Mike Smith here, of course, on Scotty Sports Network, joined by Highland Community College head baseball coach Daniel Dulin. Coach, you and the guys opening up the season this Friday on the road for a little while to start the season. Obviously, Mother Nature not kind to us last year, so you kind of predicted that potentially being the case again this year. But you and the guys been hard at it, obviously eager to swing the bats, get the baseballs flying around, actually in game action. But what are you looking forward to the most with this upcoming season?
For the season, I'm just looking forward to throwing these young guys out there into the fire and just kind of seeing what they can do. We're very, very young, offensively, defensively. We've got some returners, a couple guys that played every day last year, but for the most part, we're going to be pretty freshman heavy in both phases, offensively and defensively. So I'm just looking forward to seeing these guys get out there. I thought our fall was pretty good. I really liked what I saw, and this is a pretty, we feel like, dynamic team that we have. But you never really know what you got until you play somebody else, and it means something. So we're just looking forward to get out there, like you said, just get outside and be on an actual baseball field, and just throw those young guys out there and see what they can do.
Got a lot of potential, it looked like. I mean, just in tracking the guys in the fall and stuff, and what they kind of showed and displayed. I mean, everybody kind of feeling out different things. But how have you kind of maybe seen some of the guys grow in practice and make strides as much as you can? I mean, obviously not having the chance to be outside as much as you'd like on a actual ball diamond, but how have you seen the guys kind of make strides?
Yeah, I think that the hardest part for guys, I mean, this is for any team in the Midwest, that deals with this type of weather, it's just staying focused, and being hooked up and realizing, hey man, the season is coming. It's right around the corner, and so that's one of the things we've talked about, all the time is concentrating and understanding that it's going to be here, and whether or not we're ready, the opponent doesn't care. We're going to have to show up and be ready to play. So as far as that, I think those guys have done a pretty good job of staying focused on the task at hand and just trying to get better every single day. And that's we preach that to them all the time, just get better every day. And I think we saw that this fall, and I think going forward when the season actually starts, that's still going to be the same message is, we have, a goal in mind where we want to be at the end of the year, but we got to take it a day at a time, a game at a time, and just try and get better every day.
This group, just being around them in the fall, and then obviously here thus far in the spring so far, seems to be like a pretty energetic group, a fun group to be around overall, and guys that thoroughly love baseball. Mm-hmm. Would you kind of agree with that? And kind of how do you feel that will be beneficial for the team?
Sure. This team is, this is my fourth year here. This team is way different than the previous three teams I've had. They like to have fun. It's a fun group, and for us, that's okay. I'm all about guys having fun, but I tell them all the time, winning is fun, and so as long as they're hooked up and they're focused and concentrate on getting better, hey, we can live with that. And you hit it right on the head. These guys like to have fun. And for people that came and watched us play in the fall, if we won a game, I mean, who would have thought we won the World Series? But I'm okay with that. I want guys to enjoy winning and that feeling because it should be fun. I want them to have fun playing the game, but I want them to play the game the right way and play hard. And if, hey, we're winning, I want them to celebrate. Absolutely.
No doubt. What with Kansas Wesleyan JV's the first opponents on the docket this Friday with the doubleheader there in Salina, and then road trip to Texas hopefully and Arkansas, and then of course conference play will be ultra tough. JR Conference in any sport, let alone baseball, has produced pretty good baseball players. What is some of the goals you have in mind for this squad this year?
Sure. Early on, it's getting as many guys as looks as possible. And I say that. Pitching staff-wise, we're going to do things a little bit differently to start the year and roll some guys out there early to see what they can do before we really solidify roles. Position player-wise, we don't have a ton of position guys, but I think one of the things that people will notice and that's good for us is we've got some guys that are interchangeable, can play multiple positions. We try to do that with this recruiting class, bring in guys that are pretty diverse that can play, kind of all around the field. And so we're going to kind of throw guys all around, and we did that this fall, but it's kind of rare to see in the spring. But I think we'll kind of do some of that this spring as well, early on, and hopefully we figure it out. When time conference play rolls around, and the guys have talked about it, and I don't think it's far-fetched. You can call me crazy, but I would like to think that we have the type of talent and the type of group that we can maybe host the first round of playoffs. I think that's a realistic goal for this group. I don't want to shoot too far or think too far ahead. I think you have to plan, for the short term. And I think if we could host, that gives us a chance, the first round of playoffs, and then, from there, see what happens. But I think this group, they've talked about it amongst themselves, and I think that's realistic for this team. This is a dynamic group, an athletic, talented group, but like I said, on paper it doesn't matter. We got to go out and we got to prove it.
Well, Coach, I'm eager to hear those the pings of the bat and the ball hitting the leather, definitely. And we got the games on Friday. Looking forward to that, and looking forward to the season. Thanks for taking the time to chat with me, and best of luck.
Absolutely, appreciate it.
Head Coach Daniel Dulin of our Highland baseball squad. They open up the season this Friday in Salina against Kansas Wesleyan JV.